Mike, tomorrow night's not an elimination game, but you kind of look at it that way with the schedule winding down?
No, but I think you look at it as what it is. It's a big game, and it's an opportunity. And, you know, when you look at yesterday, it was so disappointing. You're glad it's over with, and now you get a chance to bounce back. We didn't play, we didn't skate, we didn't compete. We weren't at a high level in an important game, and so now we have a new opportunity to do that. We worked all year to be in these games, to have these kind of opportunities, to feel the way you're feeling, the joy of when it goes good, and you know, the agony when it doesn't go good. But I think it's great for our team, and you got to enjoy the process and enjoy the grind and fighting through your own thoughts to get back positive and get going again.
You mentioned the grind, and Brian Boyle talked about how, like, yes, it is a grind, but it should be exciting, it should be fun. Does that fun and excitement at times almost mentally outweigh the grind and maybe distract from what? Well,
I think for sure, you know, it's every team in the league is going through something different right now. Some teams are eliminated, some teams are in it, some teams are so far ahead they're just kind of resting, and I've been through all of them. But it's exciting because of our young group as well, and so now we have an opportunity. Tampa's been playing well, they're right there with us. I think it's our game in hand, if I'm not mistaken, tomorrow. That's a huge game for our team, so we're excited. Now we got out here, kind of clean the mechanism out, get back at her, get your joy level up, and let's get ready.
You stress the positives after a bad loss in a day like this, or are you kind of half and half?
No, I didn't do that. But I didn't dwell with last night. I hardly talked about last night. I just got ready for tomorrow. I can't do anything about yesterday. If I had it all back, what would I do different? I already went through all that. But that does me no good here today. And you know, I'm a big believer you live in the moment in everything you do in life, and that's no different here today.
Back in December, you said Tampa was still good, even when they were struggling, that they were going to be back in. I mean, I'm just not surprised you what kind of run they've been on, but what have you noticed just from watching tape or watching that?
Well, just in the pre-scout, obviously, I noticed they got some injuries, but their back end, I think, is real solid. They're getting great goaltending right now. The point kid is gone from being someone you didn't talk about to someone you talk about, and obviously they have good players. And Kucherov is playing as good as anybody in the league. Drouin, obviously, has taken a real step. So you look at Palat, Zarek, Killorn, there's a number of players in their group, and they've had a history of winning for a period of time, and that culture that you establish and that expectation just doesn't go away overnight. So that's what's great about this opportunity for us. We get to play.
In the event that you tweak the top two pairings, what are you looking for?
Well, I'm looking for the puck not to go in the net. You know, it's like sometimes you just fix something to fix it, and so right now it's not as smooth as it should be, and it needs to be better because we got good players in those positions. And so I think we'll decide tomorrow what we're doing, but this was just a different way to look at it here today.
He just seems like he takes tough games really hard. He was saying as he's always been that way. Do you try and pick him, or just kind of let him be?
Well, he said to D, I didn't hear, but he said to D, is that an NHL record? He was joking around. Is that an NHL record I said last night, -5? Like, you know, like, okay, sometimes it goes bad, and sometimes you don't have a lot to do with them. Sometimes you have something to do with them. But, you know, some of the clips that he probably was on the highlights for, he probably would not like to be on the highlights. But that's part of being a good player. We put him out there against the best players. We expect him to be a good player, and he's been beyond resilient and ultra competitive, so I expect him to be back.
You mentioned Kucherov. What makes him such a dangerous matchup when you face elite guys all the time, the Crosbys and Kanes, and what kind of stuff
I just think high skill level, great speed, handles the puck, shoots it off the pass, I think is good or better than anybody in hockey, and now really has some confidence too. And you know, he's a special player. He can play in those small spaces and create space, and he's a dangerous guy.